So happy Saturday to you. Today is Saturday, June the 27th, 2020, and I am Reverend Joslyn Mason, the Senior Minister at Unity of Kalamazoo, where we are a positive path for spiritual living. Guess what today's daily word is? It's positive. And the affirmation is, I am positive in all my thoughts and actions. Are we? But the word is positive, and the affirmation is, I am positive in thoughts and actions. Let's see what the daily word has for us today to promote more positivity within our lives. It is easy to feel overwhelmed by what seems like a never-ending stream of distressing news. When people around me are caught up in fearful, anxious, or agitated states, I remain determined to not be swept up in negativity. I choose instead to take a stand and focus on the positive. My first step is to surround myself with other positive people. With their support, I'm here to stay positive. I keep my thoughts and actions optimistic as I encourage others to do the same. I believe blessings are everywhere and good can come out of all things. Even if an event seems troubling, I am grateful for the seeds of good it holds. My positivity is infectious as I share words of truth with everyone I meet. And from the book of Job, chapter 8, I meet. And from the book of Job, chapter 8, verse 19, see, these are their happy ways, and out of the earth still others will spring. So the daily word, what a challenge this daily word is to be positive in all of your thoughts and all of your actions. It goes on to say that it's easy to feel overwhelmed by what seems to be a never-ending stream of distressing news. I can't even read it because it's so distressing, all the news that we've had. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by what seems like a never-ending stream of distressing news. I would say, I'll be politically correct. I'll start with this year. I will say from January until this June, there has been nothing but an overwhelming, never-ending stream of distressing news. The Daily Word says that we should surround ourselves with positive people that support a positive outlook, because it's easy for us to be fearful and anxious and even to move into anxious states. We don't want to be swept up by the negativity, and it is hard. I have to confess, hard to stay focused on the positive. But at the end of the day, we have to let go and call forth the God energy within us and the world to bring about some good from all that is happening. So much has happened, and we have to refresh ourselves and practice self-care. Sometimes we have to step away from the news, step away from reading the paper or going online and reading articles. Sometimes we have to step away and refresh ourselves and be positive that even in the midst of that which seems so dramatic and drastic, that something good can come out of it, that somehow we can find positivity. This is hard stuff, but this is the work of the true metaphysician, to find the positive, to seek the positive, to seek the good. And even when a situation or a circumstance like the death of George Floyd makes it plain and obvious that some things are not working, people protesting and people calling forth change has shifted the energy. Good has been coming out of this. Whether people were wearing blinders before or had their ears stuffed with toilet paper, I don't know. But now people seem to be listening. They seem to be hearing. They seem to be seeing that there is a state of distress. And so, what can they do to alleviate some of this distress? What can they do to create atmospheres within our policing procedures, within our interactions with one another? What can we do to really shift our mindset and appreciate and love and reach out to and connect with other people? So we want to be positive in all of our thoughts and actions. And I'm just going to admit that this is not easy to do. But again, it is our work as spiritual seekers, as children of God, as light bearers, as ambassadors of God, as bridge builders. It is ours to create some positivity in our thoughts and actions and work toward the highest good, being positive enough to believe that change can happen, and it can happen now. So we begin to believe the blessings are everywhere and that good can come out of all things, even if an event seems troubling. We are grateful for the seeds of good it holds. My positivity is infectious as I share words of truth with everyone I meet. We must be uplifting. We must remember that there are people that really get challenged and really get anxious in times of stress like this. So we want to be positive and upbeat, and we want to be positive for ourselves because that positive energy keeps our body healthy and whole and flowing. So say your prayers. Do your positive affirmations for the right and perfect outcome. Know that the universe is aligned with our good and is working with all of us here to bring about a world that works for all. And practice being positive in the face of the difficulties that lay ahead. We can never give up. We must be persistent and pursue good in all of our personal actions and in our world. So I am positive in all my thoughts and actions. I am making this an affirmation and I am living up to this higher standard that I'm being called to, even in the midst of all the stress. And I invite you to do the same. Let's take a breath together and allow that there is a power and a presence in the universe that is active in our lives. There is a divine order that can bring good out of chaos. That even though someone may mean something for evil, that God can turn it to good. God can and does turn it to good. And that makes us feel positive and hopeful and full of faith and full of courage and comforted as we pray for ourselves, pray for our world. What a great week of daily words this has been. Starting off with the Father's Day blessing, moving into trust, comfort, prayer for others, faith, healing, and then being positive. I hope you've enjoyed this week of Daily Words. I hope you've enjoyed this week. I hope that you end your week on a positive note, feeling, trusting, and affirming God as your unlimited, abundant source of comfort, of peace, of love. Trusting in God, having faith, and being positive. God bless you and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.